All right, we're back. Maybe. Hopefully this time things will be all right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play the super chat.
Have you heard of Jesus?
It's Hip to Wear Soap donates $5. Says, Merry Christmas, late chat, but I'd argue Fred Claus is an underrated Christmas movie, even if it's a gimped Wedding Crashers at its core. The actors carry it. Do you remember DKC's It's a Wonderful Life with Evil Diddy? I do not remember that. I don't know what you're talking about with that. I don't know if that's a Dorkly skit or if that was an episode of Donkey Kong cartoon. I don't know. Sorry, I've already repeated this twice. Little 5-minute streams that had to be aborted. And I haven't seen Fred Claus, but I might check it out now. Hopefully now we're okay. It looks like something was trying to update in this fucking computer that I had to just let it fucking update. And it was triggering like every fucking program to open all at once. I don't know. I'm retarded with computers. I don't like them, so. Ah, boy. Anyways, we got an article I wanted to read. This is something called the Fandom Pulse on Substack. It's just on Substack. You have to like email subscribe to get these fucking articles, I guess. It's not a real site. And you'll kind of see that here in a second. So, let's go ahead and Windows capture. Turn off the slideshow. All right. Somebody says, did the stream fail because we didn't donate? Yes, that's why the stream failed. Send shekels to keep the stream. No, I was just having computer trouble. That you should donate. You should send shekels. And in fact, just for good measure, we'll put It's Hip to Wear Soaps up on there again.
Have you heard of Jesus?
Lordy. I already answered it like 4 times. No, I haven't seen Fred Claus, and I don't know what you're talking about with the DKC thing. So, anyways, let's get to some quote-unquote news. So, IDW publishing licensing head Heather Antos caught openly worshiping Satan in a satanic temple. IDW is the third largest comic book company in America. Does Turtles, Star Trek, Sonic the Hedgehog, Godzilla, a bunch of licensed shit. It has a few originals, but nobody cares. That's Heather Antos, by the way. Gonna be honest, chat, kind of would. She's fat, don't get me wrong. You can't really see it in this one. She is fat, don't get me wrong. I don't know. I lean towards wood. She's batshit crazy. She's just a terrible person. Kind of would. Not gonna lie. But so I thought it was Image. No, this isn't 1997 anymore. I'm sorry to tell you. It's no. I don't believe Image has had that title for a little while now. I mean, the Turtles books alone probably put IDW in that. Last Ronin, just printed money. The relaunch of Turtles with Jason Aaron writing it, just printing money. I should say, while I joke about I'd fuck her, and you know, it's a maybe. I don't like Heather Antos. You may remember if you've been watching this show long enough that I kind of accidentally started Comicsgate. And I hate saying this because it sounds like I want credit. Like I want to be invited and all this other stuff, and I don't. I don't want anything to do with Comicsgate. I despise almost the entirety of it. I get along with Liam Gray pretty good. I've been on his channel quite a bit. He's been on mine. I've butted heads with Ethan Van Sciver, although I do think he's a talented creator. I did get the Earthworm Jim hardcover from Doug Tenapel. It's pretty good, actually. Quality printing, too, you know. Good paper stock, good hardcover, kind of embossed cover, and all the great stuff. I think Eric July is a goddamn fucking buffoon. A cancer on independent comics, propped up by Glenn Beck. I think most of these idiots, Yellow Flash, are talentless shitheads. I think that there's absolutely no reason a comic book needs to be crowdfunded in the first fucking place. So I'm not in Comicsgate, don't want to be in Comicsgate, but I kind of threw the match in that dumpster. My tweet, back when it was at the Beglov, was one of the first things that started the snowball of Heather Antos fighting with the internet, which sort of ignited Comicsgate. My tweet was featured in The Guardian. All right, I'm not kidding. I know that Twitter account's gone now, but you could probably find the article. So I don't like Heather Antos. She was a shitty editor of Marvel. Never mind the creative decisions that she steered, the creative direction she steered creators in. She's just a shitty editor in just the basic act of editing. Like, she can't catch typos and fucking shit like that. She's terrible. She's talentless. She's awful. Kind of would fuck her. Not gonna lie. Right circumstances, would consider it. All right? Azalea Rose says, Beckloff will fuck anything red. That's why he finds AOC's horse face hot. AOC's not a redhead. AOC's a spicy Latinx. What are you talking about? Says you like Monday Matt with Gamergate. Except Monday Matt was desperate to be involved in Gamergate. From the start, back when Liam was still accepted with those people, he wasn't trying to get me to come on streams with him. And from the start, I was kind of like, nah, that's gay. Because I don't want right-wing propaganda in art any more than I want left-wing propaganda at the end of the day. I might agree with the right-wing propaganda generally more, not all the time, but probably more often than not. But I want art. I want things to not be censored, and I want things to be honest and earnest. So, you know, when there is an element of Comicsgate where it's like, I'm just mad if there's a gay guy or a black guy in this comic, regardless of context, regardless of themes, regardless of quality. You know? And then it's go support Eric July with his hibbity jibbity, and I don't want anything to do with it. And from the beginning, I could see what that was. Anyways, I say all that to say, I don't like Heather Antos. Not a fan of her. I wish she'd fuck off out of the industry. Okay? I like a lot of what IDW's do. I love what IDW's doing with the Turtles right now. I like a lot of what they're doing with Trek. They're doing better stuff with Star Trek than fucking Paramount is, by and large. But what success IDW has is not because of Heather Antos. Quite the opposite. I'm gonna kind of I've already read this article. I'm gonna kind of defend her a little bit, and I want to make it clear that yeah, I'd probably bend her over. Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know. She's pretty annoying, but there's something to be said for that good old fashioned hate fuck. So I don't know. Point is, Not a fan of her. All right? I want to make that clear because I am going to defend her a little bit because this article is stupid. This article is quintessential Comicsgate because it's like just be dumb enough to where it's almost like you're giving the other side ammunition. I'm checking chat here a little bit. Jolly Rancher Ninja Turtle, not a fan of Heather Antos, says, I made a quirky face instead of smiling, therefore I has personality. So he says I should watch the Mariah Carey Fortnite event. I did see the little trailer for it on Twitter. I don't like Fortnite. I love Mariah. I love Mariah Carey's music. She's certainly hot as fuck. It's almost a shame she certainly doesn't seem to mind. It is sort of her infinite money glitch. But it is almost a shame Mariah Carey gets just pigeonholed as the Christmas song woman. I mean, she's had 19 number ones alone. Just number ones. You know, I couldn't even tell you how many top 40 songs she's had over the years. I mean, top selling albums. Every Christmas we act like she just made that Christmas song. She doesn't seem to mind though, so, dry her tears with fucking $100 bills, I guess. She said a woman who can't catch typos is worthless. Zara Rose says her politics are red, though. She practically read her and saying, well, yes, her politics are red. That's true. Christian says, kind of sad when you're nostalgic for when everyone in power was Jewish instead of Satanists. Well, I mean, it's a difference. I'm sorry, I didn't say that, YouTube. That was some sort of...
Have you heard of Jesus?
Somebody else said that. Artistic Layman for $5. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, Pervy Bulbasaur. Repent and celebrate. Well, I am pretty repentant, Chris. I'm pretty repentant. God and I are pretty cool. Don't worry. Blood of the Lamb and all that. So it says Chris loves mixed race chicks we know and agree. Mulattoes are often really fucking hot. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm generally a redhead guy. I'm generally a ginger kind of guy. The whitest of white women. But there's no denying, man. Mulatto chicks often just win a fucking genetic lottery. I mean, Mariah Carey's hot as fuck. As much as I'm always talking about, yeah, I'd fuck Taylor Swift, I would push Taylor Swift to get out of the way to get to Mariah. And Mariah's in her 50s now, and I still like, out of the way, you. Anyways, as I said, I'm gonna defend Heather Antos here a little bit because a lot of this article's sort of bullshit. Because I don't believe Heather Antos worships the devil. I'm sorry to suck the wind out of everyone's sales chat. I think what Heather Antos is just an obnoxious leftist. Like, don't get me wrong, on one level, she is of her father, the devil. But, like, actually, literally, consciously worshiping the devil, I don't believe she does that. I don't even believe she's a full-on Satanist. Not that I've seen. In the, like, stupid Reddit way, where it's like, I'm actually an atheist, but I'm a Satanist, LaVeyan Satanist. It's a non-theistic Satanist. It's just an atheist that likes to have quirky fucking rituals and orgies. Which, I mean, don't we all like to have orgies? But, I think she's actually just an obnoxious leftist that likes to get a rise out of conservatives and Christians. I think she's an obnoxious... I think it's like... it's basically like she's in the 10th grade still. That's what her politics are when you get right down to it. Fuck you, Dad! I'm gonna wear my Yes Today Satan shirt in front of Grandma. Like, it's that shit with her, alright? Like, this article gives her entirely too much credit. But anyways, let's keep going. IDW Publishing has a massive publicity problem with... This is badly written. It has a massive publicity problem with publicity from their licensing head, Heather Antos, who, as a representative that controls products like Sonic the Hedgehog, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Star Trek, is shown to be publicly visiting Satanic Temple after already courting incredible controversy for her comic book brands. She literally took a photo, like the stupid Reddit Satanist, like atheist Satan. You can go to their temple and take like pictures there and shit, and that's what she did. Okay. Again, I don't think she worships the devil. It might explain how she hasn't managed to get fired a deal with the devil, despite not being able to catch typos. But I don't think that's the case, Chad. I think a lot of this is trying to stir up controversy. IDW Publishing has had a rough couple years. I don't know about that, man. With multiple quarters posting enormous losses, the company delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. See, a lot of that was like late 2010s they were in trouble. And here the last couple years they've been picking up from what I've seen. Laid off over 40% of its employees and floated ideas on how to transform the company into something completely different because its model isn't working. Again, a lot of that seems outdated. If you'd have been saying this in 2018, I'd have been right with you. 2019 even, but my God. That's not true now, man. Again, the Turtle stuff sells like fucking wildfire. The Sonic stuff has been very successful. I mean, I see IDW Turtle shit in, like the hardcovers and the trades at fucking like Target and shit. And not warming the shelf either. Let's see. Through this entire corporate failure, Heather Antos has survived it all and been promoted. She began the turmoil as a senior editor in the Star Trek line and is now in charge of all licensed brands, which is most of what IDW does. Let's see. Since her promotion, she's been rumored to have lost 2 licenses, including the My Little Pony license. Industry insiders told Fandom Plus. Source, trust me, bro. See, this is the first I'm fucking hearing of IDW losing My Little Pony. They do My Little Pony comics, and they have since like 2013. I mean, since Brony shit was hot. Somebody says it's also rumored she nearly lost a Star Trek license, but Paramount relented because they could not find another buyer. Again, man, I don't really think that's true. It could be, and like I said, the My Little Pony thing. Look, man, I just took a look at the fucking solicits for March, and there's My Little Pony shit from IDW. So if they lost a license, it's a while till that's gonna kick in, I guess. Heather Antos also pushed the evil LGBTQ agenda in multiple books, including Star Trek with a Star Trek Celebrations anthology and a Vulcan who uses pronouns. They've also done books geared toward little girls in Monster High, trying to corrupt the youth with the grooming agenda. Look, man, that shit's just everywhere, for better or worse. She melted down over Donald Trump. She posted a bizarre call for men to sterilize themselves because of the election. Yeah, dear man, you want to be an ally, get a vasectomy. Yeah, I know. Like, it's just the shit that everybody in the entertainment industry does. Like, none of this is news. Like, there's no gotcha in any of this. Oh, look, she's just edgy Reddit fucking humor. Cool. I don't understand how this shit gets a rise out of anybody anymore. Like, I just look at it like, that's gay. And like, you just send them that meme where it's like Reddit is down the hall. But it gets worse when you see her open disdain for Christianity as well as her satanic proclivities. I don't care if your neighbor's dog spoke to you in the name of Satan, so long as you picked up your first comic and became a fan. Cool. Again, it's just edgy, dumb shit. Oh, God, she looks bad in that. Okay. I think I'm taking back my my wood. Seeing her in motion there. It's not bad. And yeah, she's kind of fat. Oh, she's got a Hail Satan shirt, Chad. It's so edgy. It's so edgy. Like, oh my gosh, I hope this person never goes to a metal concert. Oh, God. Yeah, she went to the Satanic Temple and took a picture. See, I don't understand how any of this is like a gotcha. Like, who gives a shit? That's what I mean. Like, I don't understand. This is just clickbait. Like, none of this changes anything. None of this alters anything or changes anything. You know, it's just like nostalgia chick being like, you know, I love abortion. I love killing babies. Haha. And it's like, yeah, we know. You killed your baby. It's whatever. At least there's not another one of you running around. So it's fine. This was defeated at the ballot box. Exactly. That's the way I look at it. You just like laugh at it and be like, yeah, okay, cool. Nice Reddit take, bitch. I don't know, man. At a certain point, it just kind of all becomes like you taking bait. Like you're just taking bait. Like, oh no. She had a Hail Satan shirt on. Heather doesn't believe in anything, all right? Heather believes in pissing her dad off. That's what the hell Heather believes in. Now, I don't think that's going to work out for her in the long run. But that's her fucking problem. None of this is like... I don't know. Some of y'all might be like, oh no, this is unacceptable. But like, to me, this just feels like just doing what like feminists used to do, where it's like, well, Adam Carolla said that women should get in the kitchen, so we should cancel the show he's on. I don't know, man. That just doesn't seem to be any way to live to me. Maybe y'all feel differently. I couldn't. I don't know. But, I mean, hell, I even retweeted that article and was joking. Like, you know, I had like a caption above it where it's like, you know, she's maybe deal with the devil is why she keeps getting fucking work despite the fact she can't spell. Christian says, I mean, in a way, they actually do worship the devil because they deny Christ, but in another sense, they're not worshiping the devil. They're just edgy kids that decided atheism wasn't edgy enough. Like, yeah, that's all it is, man. And I don't know, there reaches a point where it's like, don't you get tired of shaking your fist at that? Like, it's one thing to just laugh at it and call it gay, because that's actually effective. And just be like, yeah, whatever, you edgy fat bitch. Fucking out of the edge. You know, like, it's one thing to make fun of it like that, but when you get mad, when you're outraged, when you're on your fucking high horse about it, you actually kind of gave them what they want. You understand it? Like, nobody, there's nothing these edgelord theater kid motherfuckers want more than to know that they got you, man. They pissed you off. Oh, does this trigger you? That kind of shit. It's like the Steven Crowder, I triggered the libtards thing. That's all they want. And if they could just say that they did that, if they can just say that they got the MAGA-tards mad, then they're happy, right? You gave them what they want. But then this guy was like, well, I just want clicks. So I'm going to be like, guys, Heather Antos is the devil. I don't know if I figured it out. She's the devil. And that's actually not true. Dakota Fanning is the devil. I don't have proof of that, by the way, Chad. I just kind of suspect. I have no evidence. I just know it deep in my soul. Can't explain why. Don't ask me to explain why. I can't. It's just spider sense. Complaining. Exactly. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it. A lot of that shit's in. Like, I don't want fat black ugly versions of April O'Neil either. But like, there's also a point where you're just looking for that shit to be mad. You know what I mean? You're just looking to be mad about shit. And like sometimes taking it out of context and shit. And that doesn't work. It doesn't. When I was on Liam's stream, we were watching a show. I don't remember a show. A video from somebody, and I don't remember what it was, but it was like, Spider-Man controversy. Ben Reilly is a furry. The Spider-Man's clone, Ben Reilly. He's a furry, right? So, in the story, Ben Reilly's girlfriend gets turned into like a cat lady, right? Like not Catwoman from Batman, like a cat woman, a were-cat like fucking creature of a woman. And then like Ben makes some joke about, oh, I don't know how I feel about sexy cat lady form. Reminds me of those 80s cartoons. Just an innocuous fucking joke. And don't get me wrong, the book probably sucks because modern Spider-Man books are fucking ass. And basically have been since One More Day. Few bright spots since 2008, One More Day, here and there, but mostly ass. Few islands of good stuff in a sea of ass. Because that ruined the franchise across the board. So the book's probably ass. It's probably ass. Just statistically speaking, post One More Day Spider-Man, like a 95% chance, it's dog shit, okay? So I'm not defending the book. But it's a throwaway fucking line. It's a humorous line for the goofy, fantastical situation that's happening in a fucking comic book. And this guy acts like they did an arc on Ben Reilly having a fur affinity account. Like he's become fucking brown-nosed the messy pup. And that's not what happened. It was a throwaway line that you're getting all bent out of shape about. And I'm like, are you actually mad about it? Or is this just clickbait? Again, at what point does that shit just turn into like, it's just Anita Sarkeesian looking for sexism? Remember when she's like, in Hitman, you have to kill the hookers by slitting their throat. And everybody's like, no, it just turns out you actually can because it's an open world game that emphasizes player freedom. So you could do that, but the game actually discourages you from doing that. Which could go out of your way to do that if you want it. So she was lying. She was lying to you. She was purposely misrepresenting it to get you all riled up. And then also to like get the other side riled up to be like, no, you're full of shit. And you have to just be like, oh, maybe that's what this guy's doing. Or I don't think he's dumb enough that he actually was like, this is an outrage. Remember when we watched those religious guys that were talking about Masters of the Universe and how it's the devil? And they were like, look, Skeletor's doing evil stuff. This cartoon is promoting evil. And I'm like, Skeletor's the bad guy. Like, that's something I understood when I watched this when I was like 4 years old. Do you not understand that basic aspect of narrative fiction? And now, in all fairness, a lot of evangelicals are such fucking Philistines that maybe he didn't understand it, but probably he was just trying to scam money out of scared old fucking grandmas. That, oh my gosh, your kid's gonna watch the Satanist He-Man. And you know what? The other reason that shit sucks is because there's legitimate points to be made. There's a lot of stuff going on at Marvel and DC, and let's be real, the entertainment industry as a whole, that's really fucked up and just shouldn't be. Alright? There's a lot of stuff in kids' cartoons that, like, I don't I don't want kids' cartoons about like fat kids being raised by space lesbians. I don't really want that in cartoons aimed at like fucking 8-year-olds. I don't think that's okay. But when you start doing this shit, where you look for it all the time, you kind of suck the wind out of anyone's sails to actually point out the real problems. So that is the reason I unsubscribe from a lot of these rage bait channels that go on about the latest fictional franchise going woke to avoid getting dragged into a culture war I want no part of. Yeah, remember when like that goofy guy who plays with swords and thinks he's an artist because he can do fucking AI prompts? When he was like the Mario, when the trailer comes out, he's like, the Mario movie is woke because it looks like Peach does stuff in it. It's a girl boss. I'm like, well, she is royalty that canonically in the games can do magic, so I guess that's a girl boss. I don't know what you want. I don't know, Chet. I don't know, man. I can't. I can't do that shit, man. And I could probably make money doing it. I could probably get a fan base, I don't know, of people that just want to be mad. Like, we could sit here and shake our fist at Heather Antos and be like, oh, that's unacceptable. And we could all be mad about it, and we could have a big circle jerk about it. And if she saw it, she'd laugh at it, because that's what she wants. And everyone would send super chats about how she's a fat pig and the devil. And I guess I'd make a lot of money doing that. But I don't want to do that. I can't do that shit. That sucks, man. I don't know. I was going to go for a little longer, but to be honest, trying to start the stream like 2 times before my computer flipped out kind of sucked the wind out of my sails. Well, you know what? I'll probably be on again later this week. I do have time right now, but I think I'm going to wrap it up for now. I just wanted to cover that article because, I don't know, man. Like, that shit poisons the well, too. Like, you can't actually criticize, like, dumb shit. Like, fucking DC Comics puts out a comic in March about Harley Quinn farting. And it's basically like, you know, the writer's barely disguised fetish. Just nothing but fart jokes about Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn's a character that's just been run into the fucking dirt beyond any recognition. Like, at least Deadpool had good movies. Harley Quinn doesn't even have that. What, she got those shitty suicide movies and fucking Joker 2? And it's like, that's something to really just rip into. To be like, what are you doing, DC? This is fucking ridiculous. But then it's like, everybody sucks the credibility out of it. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Well, happy first day of Kwanzaa, everybody. Hope you're having a great time. Hope all you white devils are doing great. And if you enjoy the content I put out, though I don't know why you would, because it's dog shit, okay? Had to, like, restart the stream 3 times. And I only went at, like, 30 minutes. Terrible, terrible fucking content. So I said, remember when they said Disney would go bankrupt by the end of the year, still a few days later? Yeah, that was hilarious. Like, Disney couldn't lose money at astronomical rates for years on end. Oh my God, their Lion King movie didn't do as well as Sonic. It made money still, but it didn't do as well as Sonic. Disney is done for. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a humiliating loss, and I hope they learned something from it. But Whatever. I don't have stock in the company. I don't care either way. Oh, they're going to go bankrupt. They're going to go bankrupt, guys. And I also know the Switch 2 is coming out next month. Totally heard it. Grand Theft Auto 6 going to be a launch title. But if you enjoy the content I put out, and again, I don't know why you would, because it's dog shit. It's terrible. It's awful. I wouldn't listen to it myself. It's crap. But if you do enjoy it, you can hit that streamlabs.com/thebeglov. Send a super chat when I'm not live. I'll see it when I am live. And go ahead and read it. That would be great. Especially now, greatly appreciate it. And paypal.me/thebeglov. And you can hit the Amazon wishlist down below. Send me some dumb shit that I like. That'd be cool too. And that's about it for tonight.